Today's video, I am going to share with you some of the projects that I did for my Christmas market. It's coming up this weekend, so we are leaving in 2 days, and so I'm just having to get everything packed up. I hope that you get some ideas and enjoy the projects that I'm sharing with you in today's video. Welcome to Soul Station. I have several random items here that I've been collecting from the thrift stores, and I am going to do my best to turn these into Christmas items or winter items. I'm excited to try some new IOD transfers that I have, and so everything that I'm using I will link in the description box below. So let's start with these little boxes. The first thing that I'm going to do is clean them up. They're obviously very dirty and dusty. Whenever I see boxes like this, I always think, wouldn't that be a unique way to give somebody a gift? The boxes are kind of small, so I wonder what kind of a gift could you put in them? I am using the very end of my paint here, and this is Old White by Annie Sloan Chalk Paint. This little box is made of wood and it's carved all over, and so getting the paint in there is a little tricky, but I kind of didn't want to get into all the grooves because I think it looks kind of cool when some of it is showing. So I intentionally left some of the grooves without paint. When you open the box, I thought it looked a little dark and that whatever gift you put inside might not show up as well, so I decided to paint the inside as well. I'm painting this box in the same white and kind of doing the same thing where I'm just covering it but not fully coating every little nook and cranny of it. So while the paint is drying on the little boxes, I'm getting these cast iron pieces ready and I'm just taking off the stickers and getting them cleaned up. Using the same paint, I am going to do a dry brush technique on these pieces and just give them kind of a wintry look. This is probably the easiest painting technique that I know how to do, and it's really a great project to start with if you're new to painting, and I love how it highlights all of the details. You can do a dry brush technique on just about anything. This is a really small mirror, and some might overlook this at the thrift store. I almost did, but then I decided, this can be really cute if you want to do a picture gallery on your wall. It just adds a little dimension, or if you want to use it on a table and add candles or some kind of a vignette to it. These Christmas transfers from IOD are so cute, I just had to get them. So I'm going to be putting these cardinal birds on the metal vase bucket that I have. These projects got me thinking about what could I put inside them, inside the vase or inside the little box or inside the pot. While I'm fixing up the outside of these things and wondering about what could I put on the inside, it got me thinking about the kinds of things I do to my own self. I always like to take the paper and then kind of burnish on the image. Going back to the little box, what I'm doing here is just using a wet rag, and I'm wet distressing these little brass buttons that are on here. It's just an easy way to distress something and not have to have a big sanding mess. Here I'm just mixing up some polyacrylic with a little bit of the white chalk paint. I sealed both of these boxes with this mixture. I was thinking about how I fix myself up for the day, but what do I do to fill the inside? My inner beauty is more important than the outer beauty. When I'm filled with joy and peace and all the gifts of the Holy Spirit, then offenses don't come as easily to me. I'm less reactive and I'm more compassionate. I'm using the same mixture to seal the transfer on this metal bucket vase. I brushed it on all over, and then I used a paper towel to wipe back some of the excess. Our outer beauty will fade, but our inner beauty is everlasting. Our inner beauty is what can touch people's lives and bless others around us. And I used the same mixture to seal this mirror. These gold transfers are also so pretty, and I think they would be really good to use on gift tags if you like to make your own gift tags, or to add to craft paper for wrapping paper. A lot of the pages in this gold one do look like they're meant for gift tags, so I'll probably be using them for that. But for this project, I am just going to add this little gold snowflake to this pot. I thought I would add this and just kind of give it a little wintry look. Now this picture frame, some of you may remember from a past video when I worked on it. I will try to link that video in the description box below. Well, I had not filled it with anything, I just hadn't found the right picture, and so here I decided I was going to use vintage music sheet paper and put one of these transfers on it. Going back to this little pot, I am sealing the transfer with polyacrylic, and I just went over the whole thing so that it all looked the same. These hedgehog transfers are so adorable. My son had a hedgehog for almost 5 years, and her name was Harper, and I always think of her whenever I see a hedgehog. So I'm just going to add this to the top of this wood box. I added a tiny gold snowflake right on the front here, just to kind of look like, I don't know, a keyhole or something. I thought it would be cute. I sealed these transfers with polyacrylic. I'm going to use the other hedgehog transfer for the other little box. Box has like a little leather tab, and so I am going to add a little gold snowflake just to the tip of this leather tab. And I sealed these transfers with polyacrylic as well. I have a lot of vintage music paper, and I love to see them at Christmas time especially, and so I'm going to use some more vintage music paper and frame it in this little bird frame. So I removed the board that's in this picture frame and took off the fabric. It looks like it could be used as a chalkboard. Whenever I redo frames for Christmas time, I always try to make it so that whoever buys it from me at my market can also use it for different seasons. Using the board as a template, I traced the shape onto the vintage music paper, and now I'm just adding some transfers. I decided to layer the transfers, so I did an angel first, and now I'm doing a bird transfer on top of that. There's no need to glue or tape this in there, it'll just fit nicely, and so if somebody wanted to swap out the picture, it'll be pretty easy for them to do that. I really debated whether or not I should paint this candelabra or wall sconce, I'm not sure what you call it, but I decided to go ahead and just do the dry brush technique on it. Once the sealer dried on this, I decided to add some gold to the details of it, and so I'm using Golden Ticket by DIY Paint on the handles and on the top rim and the bottom rim. And after dry brushing this with white, now I'm just kind of dry brushing it with some of this Golden Ticket. I did wet distress this mirror so you can see some of the black and the gold, and then I also used Golden Ticket to bring out just a little bit more gold detail. Let's take one more look at how they looked before we started them. And here they are after. Okay, tell me what you think. Do you like the before or do you like the after? I'm tempted to keep this candle holder and put it on a wall in my bedroom. I think it would add such a pretty ambiance to a wall. The miniature bird feeder would be really pretty as a jewelry holder or even a soap dish. And these little boxes, here they are before and here they are after. Would you use these as gift boxes? The larger box would fit a recipe card in it pretty well, and I thought it would be really cute to put a Christmas cookie recipe and put that inside as a gift. I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for watching and for liking and subscribing to my channel. I hope that you enjoyed this video and all the projects that I worked on and found some ideas for your own projects. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.